Hello, continue from previous video, we're going to talk about how to reference a tag in the routine. All right, so that basically says how do you assign tag to the instructions. All right. Um, Before I do that, I need to do a summary. All right, so these two, I already talked about these two. So like how do you create modified tags, right? So first one with the IO tag, software automatically create, right? So you already know about that. And then there's another video talk about how to create a tag, use two different ways. One is spreadsheet, the other one is use the new tag window. All right, sorry, I forgot to type in on there. All right, so this video I want to talk about how do you create a tag right from the instruction. There's a good way to do it. There's a not so good way to do it. All right, so I will explain why these two ways, and then how do we assign existing tags to the instructions. All right, let me bring up the Studio 5000. So this is the previous program. We add instruction in there, right? Uh, so first, let me show you how do we create new tags. So you can see here, all right? So if you look at the controller tag, we have a PB1, we have a PP2, and if you look at locode, that's what you have on here, right? So within this routine, I want to create a new tag. So without going to the editor or new tag window, right? This is the third way. That's this one I'm talking about right from the instruction, right? So the good way to do it is to right click on the question mark, right? On the tag. Remember there are two parts, instruction, tag. Right click on the question mark and select new tag. So you can create the new tag right on the spot on here, right? So from over here, you can type in pre, probably PB3, just let's say, all right. So you can see here, same thing. The usage basically is the scope, right? So right now it says, oh no, not this one. Sorry, I'm wrong. Scope is here, right? It says main program. That means it's the local, right? So if you want to change it, you could, right? So you could change to local and remote. That's basically the controller level, because you can see here the controller name is called local underscore remote. This is how I call this project, right? So you could change it to there, right? Because the default is in local, right? So you can change it to the controller if you want. And then the other thing about the how why I said this is a good way, because you right click on the this instruction on here, right? This is the bit instruction, exam of. So that's supposed to assign to a Boolean tag. You can see here it automatically assigned to bool. So you just need to click create. So you can see here you finish the assignment of this instruction. In the same time, you create a new tag. So if you move the tooltip, the cursor to here, you can see the tooltip, PB3 bool scope controller. So if you want to make sure, you can go back here, controller tags. You can see here, PB3 is being created, right? Without going to here, we already created from the program, from the routine, right? So this is a good way to do it, all right? So not so good way, I mean this. So if you, lots of people tend to do this. I don't know if you already tried that. Just type in, for example, a new tag name, Pilot Light PL, right? Just I want to create this name and then enter. So that doesn't solve any problem, right? Because you can see here, when you move here, it says undefined tag, right? So it's undefined. You have, even though you type in the name, you didn't finish assignment on this instruction, right? Because you can see here, you still have the X, red X. That means you didn't finish, right? So that's why I'm saying this is not good way to create new tag, right? You have to fix it, you have to right click and click new. Even the original RSLogic start page video, they even suggest to use this way. But I don't suggest to use this way. All right. So this is not a very good way to do it, because you have to type in, then you have to right click, right? You have to do two steps. That's why it's not a very good way to do that. All right. So create, then you have here, right? Then that's also controller level, right? Because we didn't change, right? If you want, you can uh, even create even new. I'm gonna show that again. All right. So the good way to create a new tag from instruction: right click instruction, right click the question mark, select new tag. Then from over here, you can type in, let's say, I know we have a last tag name, we can call tag 10, right? So on here, you can see, because last time we choose the scope with the controller level, you can go back, switch to the uh, main program, right? Then that'll be right on here, that on the local level, right? Create, then you have tag 10. Then you can see here, uh, from the tooltip, you can see that's a local tag and Boolean, right? So everything is good with this way, right? So if you just tend to type in some name, like over here, some, you can see here, you can even have a space in here, but you know space is not allowed on the tag name. And so far, the software didn't block you to do that, right? It's supposed to block you to doing this. This is not valid. You can see here, you type in something here, not finished. This time, even try here, you can see it only gave you a tag, right? It lose the sum, right? So this is, but anyway, this is not a good way to do the creation of new tags from the instruction, right? Don't do this, right? So that cause you trouble, right? So this is this part. You can create a tag right from the instruction. That's one good way to do it, and not so good way to do it, right? Now let's go into the main topic of this video. All right, so this is just some new way to create a tag. So how do we assign? That means you want to assign the existing tags. We already had so many tags, right? Create them. Then how do you associate that with the instructions? There are different ways. You can type in, select, pull down, select, drag and drop, copy, paste. Let me show you on here. So for example here, if I highlight the question mark, I can start typing tag. You can see here, right? So it try to finish here. If I happen to choose tag 4, I can just enter and done, right? So when you start to type in the tag name, right? So they try to complete that for you, right? So if this time you don't want to do tag 4, you can choose the second way, right? Pull down, click pull down. Here comes the list, right? Here comes the list. You can see here, you can choose, and this time you can choose different one. If you roll up, and I don't see that controller level. Right, I'm running out here. Okay, just click on here. Yeah. So you can see down, oh, I happen to assign this PL on here, right? So, but anyway, right? So this is the second way, right? So you don't even need to type in. If you double click, you have this drop down automatically. So you can do anything on there. So you can even to choose the IO tag on here. Like it doesn't valid, all right, because this is input. You cannot OTE the input, right? But I just randomly choose on that. Also, I can make a change, right? You can see here, I can drag this tag value the third way. When you drag this, see that the gray box, right? You can drop, and the green is the current dropping part. You can drop to here, and then you can delete on here. You can delete that, going back to question mark. then you successfully assigned another tag in here. So if you want to assign the, for example, PB3, right? You want PB3 to here, you can drag this PB3, right? Remember, drag PB3, not instruction. Drag PB3, then start drop here, right? You can see that in shade PB3. So in drop it, PB3 assigned to here, right? Of course, you can copy paste, right? This Control C, right? Control V. Oh, Control V. Yeah, you can do that, but not a very convenient, right? So that's just different ways to do it. Of course, there are also other ways, all right? So you can. I think this is good enough for you to start, right? Maybe later on you can find your own way to quickly do certain things. All right. So yeah, I'm done with this demonstration. All right. See you next time.